Well, good evening. I'm Meteorologist Austin Evans, live here in the studio of WHAS 11. We got some winter weather on the way that we want to discuss. At least want to give you the heads up to it so you know what is on the way going into your Tuesday morning and how you can prepare. Now, let's dive in to what we are seeing. So here is the weather impact alert for Monday night into Tuesday, and we are expecting some travel impacts. You should expect some slick spots, especially Tuesday morning during your commute, because we are the likelihood of winter weather is there. This isn't it might just be rain, or it might just be a mix. We're going to get a mixture of rain that will transition into some sort of slushy ice that will then transition into snow through the overnight hours. So slick spots are likely come Tuesday morning, and you need to plan for that. Plan for slow traffic on Tuesday. Give yourself a full tank of gas. Fill up your tank tonight or tomorrow so you are ready for Monday night and Tuesday morning. And give yourself extra time Tuesday morning if you have to go anywhere. If you can avoid going somewhere, that would be the best thing to do. So let's take a look here at Futurecast. And we are going to cool down into the low to mid 20s as we head into your Monday morning. It is going to be a cold one, but we will at least see some sunshine on your Monday. And actually, we're going to warm up into the mid-upper 30s, maybe even the lower 40s Monday afternoon. That cloud cover increasing throughout the afternoon, as you can see there on Futurecast. So we continue into Monday evening, and that's when we start to see some wintry weather move in to Kentuckiana. A lot of cloud cover otherwise, and you can see going into 11 o'clock, we're dealing with some snowfall, we're dealing with a bit of a mix, and some rain in the far south. So right around this time, temperatures are going to play a huge role in what you actually see. Portions of southern Indiana are more likely to see snow at this point in the evening. The farther south you go, the warmer things get, and the more likely it is either a mix or all rain. Like right around 11 o'clock, at least according to this latest data in Campbellsville, Mumfordville, probably going to be mainly rain at 11 o'clock. Overnight, though, Monday night into Tuesday, we start to see everything transition to more snow as temperatures fall across Kentuckiana. So this is where we will see any accumulating snow, especially in the southern ends, but this is where we will see any accumulating snow if it is going to happen, and I am expecting it to. Going into even 7 o'clock in the morning Tuesday, we have a few spots of snow still holding on, but that goes out by 9 o'clock, and though it will be a cloudy day come Tuesday, with the slightly warmer than average temperatures and the fairly warm ground temperature that we are still holding, I'm not expecting any accumulation to stick around for all that long, barring elevated areas or bridges and overpasses. So let's talk about snowfall potential. This is the map I showed earlier during our 6:30 newscast, and based on the colors I'm seeing, based on the data I'm seeing, I'm calling for a trace to 2 inches, maybe slightly more in portions of southern Indiana, northern zones of Kentuckiana, but I'm looking at a trace to 2 inches here. A lot of you probably going to be in the 1 to 2 inch category. I don't think there would be anything wrong in saying that. In and around the Louisville metro, probably about an inch of that snowfall is expected. So with this, that is the main weather impact, really, is going to be travel, especially Tuesday morning. Slick spots are expected, especially on bridges and overpasses. That's why I want you to give as much time as you can to yourself to get where you need to go Tuesday morning. Again, trace to 2 inches. A lot of us likely going to be in the 1 to 2 inch category. I will gladly accept any questions that you have on this, and we're going to be rotating, and we're going to be keeping an eye on this system over the next 48 hours, of course. And of course, waking up with you tomorrow morning with GMK, we will have the latest data, even compared to what I'm working with right now. But I am fairly confident in what we are looking at for that winter weather that is on the way. Again, winter weather on the way to Kentuckiana. And for a lot of you, this is likely going to be the first measurable snowfall. I know we had that cold snap, a couple weeks ago, and there were a couple of spots where some decent snow squalls moved through. I'm thinking about Radcliffe back then, where a snow squall moved over, and you got halfway decent of snowfall really, really quickly. So I got a question about Bloomfield, Kentucky, and I want to address that just real quick. Bloomfield being kind of close to Bardstown. Let's see here. Let's get into the actual map here. Bloomfield being kind of close to Bardstown, I would put you in the 1 to 2 inch category. Again, you're you're getting closer to that southern end where temperatures aren't going to be quite as cooperative with the snowfall as they will be, say, in southern Indiana. So probably the 1 to 2 inch category. And a question about Lexington on Tuesday morning. Again, in that 1 to 2 inch, maybe, depending on your location in Lexington, maybe 2 to 4. But I would err closer to the 2 than the 4, and that should be by Tuesday morning. Again, a lot of this is going to move through overnight, Monday night into Tuesday, with Lexington being a bit farther east. Maybe a little bit later in the morning we could see that, so maybe going into 9, maybe going into about 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. And in fact, let's take a look at Futurecast going into Tuesday morning. Now, I know Lexington's not listed on the map here, but we see where it is based on the roadways. So going through Monday, again, not a lot expected on Monday. We got the stuff beginning going into Monday night, and you can see Lexington appears to be on the colder end of this storm, of this system that'll be moving through. Again, I would err closer to the on the 2 to 4 inch range for Lexington. I do appreciate the question, and again, a lot of this snow or whatever we end up getting, I'm not expecting it to stick around. The ground's still fairly warm. We are looking at highs Tuesday above freezing, so I'm not really expecting it to stick around all that long. Just be prepared again for slick spots. And Matt, I do like hot chocolate a lot because, hot chocolate would just be good, especially when dealing with temperatures such as this right now. Let's go through everything one more time, just in case you are just now joining us for this chat. So we got winter weather on the way to Kentuckiana. Monday night into Tuesday, midday is the timing. Monday night and all day Tuesday, our weather impact is a weather impact alert period due to the likely impacts to travel. Again, you should expect slick spots Tuesday morning, especially on bridges and overpasses. You want to give yourself plenty of time to get where you need to go Tuesday morning. If you don't have to go anywhere Tuesday morning, that's what I recommend strongly. Make sure you fill up your tank either tonight or tomorrow morning, just in case you have to be out and the traffic is slow or perhaps stopped. You won't be worried about running out of fuel. So let's take a look here at Futurecast. So the rest of your Sunday going to be quiet, though it is going to be cold. Taking a look at Monday, we start off in the low to mid-20s. It's going to be a cold one to start the week. And then we start to see that cloud cover really increase throughout the day as temperatures rise to about 40 for highs during the afternoon hours. By about 6 o'clock, it looks like we'll start to see wintry weather move in to Kentuckiana. And from there, we will see this storm pretty much overtake Kentuckiana. Going into 11 o'clock, we start to see a bit more activity on Futurecast, and then overnight, that's when most of it transitions into snowfall as those temperatures drop into the low to mid 30s for overnight lows as we head into Tuesday morning, maybe even the upper 20s by Tuesday morning. And again, it looks like for the most part, for most of Kentuckiana, it looks like most of this comes to an end by 7 o'clock and entirely to an end by 9 o'clock. Here is that snowfall potential once again. I'm calling for a trace to 2 inches of snow with some of us in the northern, or some of you in the northern half of Kentuckiana possibly seeing the higher end of that scale of 2 inches, maybe a little bit more from there. The southern half expected to get maybe closer to a trace to an inch of snow, maybe a little bit more. Right here in Louisville, expecting right around an inch. But what I'm not expecting is it to really stick around. In fact, I'm going to get our graphics reset here because what we're looking at for an air mass is not going to actually be very beneficial to snowfall sticking around. Yes, it's going to be cold. I'm not saying that, but usually with a system like this, we would really see those dark blues and purples diving in to the Ohio Valley, and we're just not seeing that. We are going to get cold. Of course it's going to be cold. It's late November, early December. But we're really not seeing that really large, deep chill of a polar air mass diving in to the Ohio Valley. If we were seeing that, we would be talking that snow sticking around, maybe getting even more of it, maybe even more on the ice situation, and we don't want that. So that is what we're looking at. And we're going to continue to monitor this system, of course, over the next 24 to 48 hours before it moves into Kentuckiana. We will have the latest details coming up at 11 o'clock this evening, and then once again tomorrow morning, dark and early on Good Morning Kentuckiana. I don't see any more questions in the live stream, so I appreciate you joining me here to discuss the winter weather that is on the way. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/AustinEvansWX. Feel free to give me a follow, shoot me a message if you have a question. Let me know. Have a great rest of your evening.